Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So a bit of a different video for you today. I always get asked what it's like as a daily car, Stage 3 S3. So the purpose of this video today is going to be all about me daily in this S3. Anyway, let's do a tour and I'll show you exactly what's on this car. For those of you that don't know. I mean, if you're new to the channel, just subscribe now. Okay, so first of all, exterior. So I've not done much in terms of exterior mods for this car because I wanted it to have that stealthy sort of look, that sleeper look. So it looks fairly stock. I mean, for eagle eye viewers, you can see we've got Vajbem Technic discs in there, drill discs with Frodo race pads. We have got spacers on this car, which are here. So we've got 20mm on the rear, and what that does is just widens the track of the car. You can just see it poking out the arches there, fills the arches up. I mean, from stock they're just a little bit too receded. Obviously it's been lowered, so it's lowered 20mm, so you can just about get your finger in there. That is on 20mm ST suspension springs, and then the heart of the car, obviously inside the bonnet, is where all the magic is. So fairly stock looking engine bay. Obviously this is not stock. We've got a forged carbon intake with the cotton filter, not the foam filter. You really don't want to have a foam filter on these engines, or any cars really. Foam deteriorates over the time, and what can happen is you'll start sucking clumps. It'll start clumping off and you'll start sucking clumps into your turbo, which is no good. So underneath here we've got a forged front mount intercooler, larger intercooler than a stock. Around the back we have a Technics V4 turbo, which is a hybrid turbo of the IS38, obviously with a bigger core. Turbo blanket to keep engine bay temps down, and then under here we've got an Autotech high pressure fuel pump. So that is basically, I mean, we've got larger boost hoses on the intake, and then if you look down there, I don't know if you can see it, we've got large ones going into the intercooler, out the intercooler into the intake. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the engine. Now, the common thing is, I mean, it looks like I'm low on coolant here, but watch this. I mean, we are on a slight hill as well. But yeah, every now and again you just have to lift your cap off. So that's what else we got. Alright, so a bit of an oven in here, so let's start it up. Get this freaking sunroof open. So first of all, without scaring you, obviously be prepared to go through a lot of fuel. All depends on how you drive the car. I mean, it will actually return 40 miles per gallon if you're sensible. However, across sort of various driving styles, you're probably looking on average 27 to 30 miles per gallon. I mean, if you drive it hard, you're going to get anywhere from 8 miles to 12 miles per gallon. But yeah, I'm just in dynamic at the moment. Don't know if you can see that. I've actually got an average of 33.5 miles per gallon. And under the turbo, it just drives like stock. I mean, obviously we've got different turbo noises. Turbo noises. Lovely. So one of the most impressive things about the MQB platform is at this power, I mean we're running 530 horsepower, is the ability to just drive it like it's stock. And when I say it drives like stock, I mean it drives like the day it came out of the factory under the turbo. They're in dynamic at the moment, but if I go into comfort, you can hear the exhaust die off. It just drives so nice. As I said, it drives like the day I picked this up from Audi. And then there's the other side of stage 3, which is when you do want to have some fun. It'll absolutely shift. I actually had the traction control on then, so it did kill a bit of the power from second gear. But yeah, she moves. It's enough of that for now. We're going to go back to our 33 miles per gallon, thank you. So for those of you that are thinking of going stage 3, there are obviously a lot of costs associated with it. First and foremost, fuel. You are going to use a lot more fuel, especially in the early days when you're fresh to that power and you want to just drive around like you've got a splinter in your eye everywhere. So yeah, expect a lot of them fuel bills. As well as that, obviously you've got insurance. You know, if you're going to declare your mods, which I do recommend you do, obviously power high can mean you're 230 horsepower above stock horsepower, so expect a big jump on your insurance, as well as fuel costs, insurance costs, servicing. Now it's critical, obviously you're pushing 230 horsepower more than stock, so it's critical to change your oil. I mean, oil deteriorates over time, so rather than every 10,000 miles that Audi says this oil should be changed, change it every 5,000 miles, even if it looks clean. As I said, oil does deteriorate. Now oil, I would recommend, so I use Miller's Nano Drive NT Plus, so this is the 5W40. It is expensive, it's about £90 for 6 litres, the car takes about 5.6 litres, but yeah, don't cheap out on oil. I mean, this is going to be key to having your engine survive stage 3, so it's all about looking after your engine. Now the secret to a good stage 3 is spend that money on a good tuner. It's important to have a good power delivery, so there's no sort of peaks and troughs. You know, no sharp peaks in the torque, for instance, is going to make the gearbox or the engine shit itself. Now this car was tuned by Unicorn Motor Developments in Stockport, just outside Manchester. They're probably one of the best in the business for the MQB platform. And then you have your likes of, you know, EcoTune, MRC, a few others, Devil Developments. Put your hand in your pocket, your car will thank you later. So yeah, so I've been stage 3, just coming up 8,000 miles now. So obviously I do drive this car hard, but primarily I just toot around like it was when it was stock. So yeah, it's just amazing to have that drivability there, just, you know, that comfort and drivability, and then when you put your foot down, it's a completely different car. Now the 0 to 60 and 100 to 200 on this is the same speed as a Ferrari Enzo, to put that in perspective. But yeah, if you've got any more questions, I mean, as I said, I've been stage 3 about 6-7 months, no problems, touch wood. You know, I do regularly check the car. Obviously I'm a mechanic and tuner myself, so you know, I've got the opportunity to get it on a ramp when needs be, and have a look. I've got all the tools basically, but make friends with a mechanic and get the car regularly checked. You know, things like plugs, oil, as I said, your Haldex. Now I change the Haldex every 10k. I've only changed it twice now, but I think Audi recommend every 30k. And if you see my last video, we were on 20k miles. It was in a bright state, and obviously that's imperative to having four-wheel drive and putting your power down. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you've got any questions or you want to know anything further about stage 3, what mods or what not to go down, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on that little bell icon so when I upload a video you're notified. And yeah, thanks for all your love and support. We'll see you in the next one. So yeah, so the car will actually drive itself, stay in lane. See it take this corner. Pretty scary, eh? But yeah, even at stage 3, everything works how it should. And just as smooth as it should.